Hello, and welcome to Dad's After Dark, a horror podcast for when the kids are asleep. You can join me, your host, Hunter Nino, on episode 1 of this podcast, which is basically the introduction of our indie movie production company, HorrorDadz Productions. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Any social media platform that you have or that you can think of, we are more than likely on 100%. HorrorDadz Productions is a company founded in the year 2022 by 4 original founding members: Jake Robinson, Joshua Brucker, Dylan Brown, and of course me, myself, Hunter Nino. The other 3 directors each have their own movies coming out all this year, as well as short films and all the likes. So make sure you keep an eye out on that by following all of our social media pages, again, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, etc. So let me talk about each of our directors for a minute. I'll start with Dylan Brown, who recently, on July 17th of this year, so literally just a few days ago, had his movie The Flock release on POV Horror app and Wicked Horror TV. July 17th is the release date on that, so we're already past that date. So if you want to check that out, download the POV Horror TV app or the Wicked Horror TV app. Sign up for the free trial. Make sure you check that out. Let us know what you think and any comments. Rate the movie on each of those websites or applications. You can download those on your TV, your mobile devices, your computers, probably even game consoles now. So make sure you get on that, okay? So let me talk a little bit about The Flock, directed by, again, Dylan Brown. The Flock is a cult horror movie about a group of mercenaries attempting to take out a cult known as The Flock, who are attempting to summon a demon by the name of Malik. It's an interesting film. Lots of action, lots of crazy stuff. Follows the perspective of a few different people's stories, and it's great. It's doing well. We're super excited to have that project on the road. Again, that is The Flock. You can also type in on our social media pages hashtag join the flock, and more than likely you will find some information about that movie. Again, we are HorrorDadz Productions film company. Our other directors, I'll start with Jake Robinson, also have movies coming out. So Jake Robinson currently is working on The Wendigo. The Wendigo has already been filmed in its entirety. Last minute post-production work is going on as we speak, and that should be available later this year. Joshua Brucker is the director of Mothman. Almost said The Wendigo, but that is Jake Robinson. Joshua Brucker, director of Mothman. That was a blast. We just got done filming that in May of this year. I was on set for the entire time. A wonderful cast and crew. Awesome idea. Cool story, written and directed again by Joshua Brucker, one of the 4 founding members of HorrorDadz Productions. Just for everybody's benefit and to make this whole process easier, I'm going to attach a picture of each of the directors in HorrorDadz Productions, excluding myself, because you can see me here and you'll see me on hopefully multiple episodes to come, etc. Excuse the phone. I will use this as notes to help guide me through this podcast. I am new to this, so please let me know how I do. Hopefully I do well. So I do apologize if the first episode's a little bit on the lower side of quality, but we are here, we're doing it, we're making it happen, we're gonna go. So let me look here for some of my notes. So I introduced HorrorDadz and our company. Okay, so again, I'm Hunter Nino. I am your podcast host, probably pretty permanently, unless we do hire somebody else in to come and run this. But right now, this is what we're doing. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about our merchandise and branding content that we will be releasing soon. So, HorrorDadz Productions is going to be releasing a ton of merchandise, from mugs and cups, tumblers, fanny packs, etc., etc. Almost anything you can think of, we are going to do. Just keep an eye out on that on our social media pages. And not only do we have HorrorDadz merchandise coming out, but we do have Horror Baddies for all you moms out there. It is a funny, unique name, but I wish I had a couple pictures of the content to show you. Maybe I'll find something and attach it in this podcast. Maybe insert here. Give it a few seconds. There we go. Okay, so this will be what at least something of our merchandise will look like. Again, mostly cups, mugs, fanny packs for the dads. Take your kids out to the theme parks, etc. So HorrorDadz and Horror Baddies merchandise, hopefully dropping sometime next year. Okay. And If anybody out there has ever been interested in getting involved in any sort of indie filmmaking opportunity, please feel free to reach out to us on any of our social media platforms. Shoot us an email, HorrorDadz@gmail.com. Contact us via our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram by direct messaging us, or, if you really want to be creep, I'm just kidding. I just say that because this is a horror-related podcast due to our company. You can add us and probably private message us on Facebook. However, I do recommend against that just because all the projects we're doing, we have trended on a few social media websites such as Reddit. We do get pretty bombarded with social media friend requests, etc. Okay, but however, you are more than welcome to add us on Facebook at HorrorDadz Productions on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. I don't know how many times I can mention this. I just want you guys to follow, be involved, get involved, be engaged. Send us a message, shoot us an audition reel, shoot us, your availability, etc. We are trying to grow this company by working together, us dads, by working with you. So if you want to be an actor, behind the scenes person, be the crew, whatever it is, let's do that. So let me talk a little bit again more about the dads and who we are. So we're from all over the country. The four of us. We have a member who lives in the Carolinas, a member who lives in Michigan, a member who lives in Nevada, and a member who lives in Illinois. I won't describe where each one of us lives, but those are the respective states or states thus by nearby, such as Ohio, etc. Okay, so we have work all over the country. So don't feel like you can't be involved because you might live somewhere. We're probably close to you because we're from the West Coast to the East Coast on that. Okay. Whew. So a little bit about future projects we have coming out this October. Make sure you keep your eyes open for our Exhibition of Evil horror event. Keeping up to date on our Facebook page and social media websites will give you a little bit more info about that. However, our Exhibition of Horror is a whole month-long premiere in the month of October of this year, 2022, to where we are going to be introducing lots of short videos from each director and involved with HorrorDadz Productions, showcasing our feature premieres, as mentioned, The Flock, Wendigo, Mothman. I do not have a feature coming out this year, but I am working on a feature movie next year, 2023. We have plans at this point to go into 2025. Excuse the beeping noise. Let me see if I can fix that real quick by muting a few things on here. Probably not, but we'll go forward from there. So, a little bit outside of Exhibition of Evil, in the year 2023, we're working on a horror anthology feature film titled What's in the Dark. Each dad, that's what we call ourselves because we are all fathers in real life, each dad is coming out with a segment. Think of movies like VHS that have multiple segments, right? I just use that. Hopefully I can use that name. If not, I apologize. I won't use it again. But we are going to do a anthology horror segment titled What's in the Dark. There will be 5 stories, 4 directed by each individual director. Myself, Hunter Nino, Joshua Brucker, Dylan Brown, Jake Robinson, with a 5th story told interconnecting every short that we do. Okay? My segment titled Meet, Joshua Brucker's segment titled Wedding Night, Jake Robinson's segment titled Attachment, and Dylan Brown's segment titled, let me think, I'm sorry Dylan, I apologize to you if you see this, I want to say it's just called Boogeyman. Sorry, I have my Facebook connected to my computer. I wonder if I can change that up. All right, there we go. Hopefully that should fix that. Again, this is the first podcast. Cut me a break. Anyway, okay, so we all have a segment coming out, and we're super looking forward to doing that. We have lots of big ideas for that. It's gonna be super cool. We're all excited. We're all traveling for that. I'm actually an actor in a few of those movies. And I almost forgot. We also have a secret movie coming out in the Exhibition of Evil this October that is directed by Dylan Brown. So it'll be his 3rd movie. His first movie is not really connected to HorrorDadz. It kind of has something to do that connects with his movie that released again on July 17th titled The Flock. But it'll be respectively his 2nd movie and HorrorDadz 3rd movie altogether. However, I will not name that title, but it is called... I'm kidding. I'm not telling you. But it is the secret title that is releasing this October in the Exhibition of Evil. So, I am super excited, and I know that you probably are after I've talked about all these cool projects. So let's just dive right into it. And you know what? I'm going to show you a trailer for each of the movies that are coming out that have already been done. So that'd be the Wendigo, Mothman, and The Flock. So let's start with, let's just go with The Flock, since that one released already. Again, as a reminder, I know I repeat myself a lot. First podcast, come on. The Flock, July 17th, POV Horror. Point of View Horror app is what that is, and then Wicked Horror TV. Let's get right into it. Here's The Flock.
Keep the camera rolling, right? Copy. Gotta keep Moloch at bay. This guy gets out. There's no weapon on earth that can stop him.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. 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 Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Wow. So, love the trailer. Very awesome. Cool. I love it. I can't wait for you guys to check that out. It has released. Go and get those 2 apps and watch the hell out of this movie and rate it high. It's awesome. I love it. Great reviews on awesome websites. Check it out. Next, I say we go into Joshua Brucker's Mothman. Again, I guess without further ado, here we go. Here is the Mothman trailer.
Something tonight. Something weird. I felt like Dakota was talking to me. Like in my thoughts. I know that's crazy. I just don't know anymore.
Whew. I don't know about you, but I think that was a crazy looking trailer as well. So last and certainly not least, again, because I do not have a feature film coming out this year that I've done, I will be working on 1, maybe 2 next year. One that I'm directing, the other one, like I mentioned, What's in the Dark. So last but not least, here is the trailer for The Wendigo by Jake Robinson.
What's up, Logan lovers? It's Logan, and yeah, we're back with another video. So basically there's some like haunted, mythical creature thing. You aren't even supposed to say its name. It rhymes with Wendigo, but we're here to see something, right? So Wendigo, 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 Wendigo!
We're here on the banks of Lake Tamaha looking for our dear departed friend Logan. A lot of stories told in these woods, a lot of horrible times too. And we're hoping that our friend's not a part of it. We'll soon find out.
She's right, it shouldn't even be dark yet.
At this point in time, it shouldn't be a concern. It wouldn't be a concern. You haven't seen shit. All of it's been bullshit just for your views.
Lie. Logan is I don't even know what's happening.
What the hell's going on?
It was the devil! The devil!
So there you have it, the trailer for the Wendigo. Wow, okay. Very, very interesting. So, I guess the only other thing that I have on the agenda for today is just to introduce you, not from myself, but from the directors themselves. I'm going to post an introduction video. Unfortunately, I can only get Joshua and Dylan, scheduling conflicts with Jake. Busy man, works all the time. So I will start out with Dylan on his introduction. Here we go.
Welcome to the woods, where I am in production on a secret film currently, but none of you get to hear about that in this podcast, other than I've been filming a secret movie for a few months. My name is Dylan Brown. I am one of the founding members of the HorrorDadz production company, and I am so grateful for all of you here listening to this podcast, watching the vodcast or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know. I'm a dad. I don't keep up on all the terminology. That's for our young guy, Hunter. He can handle all that. So a little bit about myself. I am from Reno, Nevada, and I've been making films for about 7 years, but never very serious about it. It was just sort of always just a hobby. But I met this amazing group of like-minded dads, and we all realized that we have that 9-to-5 gig. We've got families to go home to at the end of the day, but we still wanted to make movies, and we pushed each other and pushed ourselves to do that. And we're proving that you can live that dream even when you have all that other stuff going on, all that other life going on around you. And that's the best part about this group, is we are trying to bring in other people that are just like us to help cultivate their talent and get that out there to the world. So currently, my newest film, The Flock, is dropping on July 17th on the POV Horror app as an exclusive POV horror experience. Is the first film in our cryptid verse that we're starting with the HorrorDadz production company. And it has ties to the Wendigo and Mothman and some future movies coming down the pipeline, which is really fun. So July 17th on the POV Horror app, The Flock, a found footage movie about a cult that is recruiting people through online videos. And we have a group of Satanists who, I would say these are Satanists with a heart. They don't want the wrong people messing with demonic entities, so they're trying to find this cult to hopefully stop them from messing with the occult and bringing about the end of the world. And hot on their trail is a team of church-funded mercenaries who have a completely different motive on their own. And the result is my favorite project I've ever done. It's my ode to 80s action movies. It's got the cheeseball dialogue. We've got mini practical effects, action scenes, and it was all done for under $4,000, which is unbelievably ridiculous actually to take on, but we did it, and I'm really, really happy with the end result. And then I brought up that I'm working on a secret project, which you're still not going to get any of the details on, other than it's been in the works for about 3 months, and next month I go wrap production on it. This is the setting. Very, very fun to be out in the woods creating. And this is a fully unscripted project, which has been both challenging and also very rewarding to come up with things on the fly and just start shooting footage. I'm working on that with one of the stars of my movie, The Flock. His name is Michael Rock. Michael is a producer with me and has kind of become my go-to actor. And he's actually co-directing this new film with me, which has been a really, really fun experience. So I'm guessing probably just need to bring Mike into the HorrorDadz at some point. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to our new podcast. I hope you enjoy the content that we put out. And as every indie filmmaker will always say, whether you love it or hate it, please let us know that you watched our stuff, and thank you for your support.
Thanks for that, Dylan. Really appreciate the introduction coming from you to be added to this video podcast, or just podcast, whatever you want to call it. Next up, we have Joshua Brucker. Joshua, take it away.
Hi, everybody. My name is Josh Brucker, a member of HorrorDadz, and I am the writer and director of Mothman. I got big into film when I was a child. We rented Blair Witch Project, and kind of started from there. And it's about the only subgenre of horror that actually can still scare me, and it holds a special place in my heart, and that's kind of why I took Mothman in that direction. And I'm super excited about HorrorDadz because we all kind of, bring something interesting to the table, but we all have the same kind of sentiment as far as horror goes. And it's definitely a subject that we think has potential. We have a lot of projects lined up. We have the Cryptidverse that we're currently building right now with The Flock, Mothman, and the Wendigo. We're super happy to have you guys here listening on the podcast. And just keep your eyes peeled. Follow all of our Facebook pages that we have to support the group. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and Twitter. All right. Joshua Brucker signing out.
All right, thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. Really, I don't have much else left to talk about. This whole episode was just to introduce the podcast, introduce HorrorDadz, introduce some projects, and that's about it. The last thing I want to mention is after The Flock was submitted to several film festivals, we do have a couple awards that were won. So that's awesome. I'm going to attach the images on this. And with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you stick around. Like, subscribe on the YouTube where this will be posted. Facebook, anywhere else. I'm not quite sure where all we're going to post this, but excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me some suggestions for edits, what I need to do differently. Thank you so much. And real quick, just before I go, because this is it, we are wrapping up at about the half-hour mark, I believe. I just want to say that the podcast, I'm going to try and do at least an episode a month, so that'll be good. Just keep an eye out, probably every third Thursday of the month, or maybe a weekend. I'll let you guys know on the social media sites what we're going to do with that. But cool stuff. When we do world premieres and stuff like that, I'd love to get into some live podcasting or video casting, so anybody that sees me at any event of any of our movies or anything, if you just see me out in public in general and you want to be involved, shoot us an email, approach me. We'll make it happen. It'll be cool, okay? And that's it. For now, I am Hunter Nino. I'm going to attach those pictures right here for you, and I will see you guys later.